Hello and welcome to episode 25 of Vessel and Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Kim Charlson. And in today's episode, we're talking all about the process to come to a state of surrender and begin letting go of control. And Monty's guidance in this one is some of the best guidance I feel that he's given to us in this podcast series so far. So let's get into it. My own journey with letting go of control has been something I have been working on for quite a few years now. And it probably carries a bit of irony with it that I am someone that can release control and remove my consciousness out of the way to let another spirit being speak through me. But all the same, I have discovered that I control my environment to probably an extreme, as I've discovered, and I've mentioned in a previous episode, that I've recently found out that I'm a high functioning codependent. What that means is that I'm seeking a sense of safety in particular by controlling my environment. And that's something that started very early on in childhood to the point that I wasn't even really aware of how pervasive it has been in my life. And going through the process of surrender has been something I didn't really quite understand how to do. And in today's episode, it really helped me understand a lot more what that process actually entails. And so I'm really excited to share this one with you. Because in our previous episode about how we can allow the universe to work through us and to surrender to the universe, I left Monty's channeled message thinking, wow, that sounds really scary to just allow myself to be open to any energy that could possibly come in. What about energetic protection? What if I'm not ready? Is that not going to cause some sort of trauma? How do you deal with that? So today's episode, Monty really answers those questions, and he walks us through the process of surrender, what that entails, and the three different parts that we have to basically prepare and get into the mode of for us to be in that state of surrender. So I'm really excited to bring this episode to you, and it's something that I will be using more and more myself and really looking at how I'm collaborating with different energies and what I'm ready for, what she's going to talk about. So let's get to Monty and we'll reflect on it a bit more at the end of the episode. Letting go of control and allowing yourself to surrender to the universe is one of the steps for you to come into the fullness of your soul. And what we mean by this is that when you allow yourself to let go of control and to surrender, you allow yourself to take in the full energetic range, the full energetic spectrum that the universe has to offer you, both the things that you find desirable and the things that you find undesirable. And when you allow yourself to open up to this full energetic spectrum, you allow yourself to become that transformation point and to be the most powerful creator that you have the possibility of becoming. Now, what is important to understand is that surrender does not mean that you don't have intention, and it does not mean that you do not have the ability to create, but rather that you are allowing the energies to work with you and through you, however they come, in whatever format they are in, of whatever energies that they are. You can still set the intentions of how you will collaborate with them and of what you would like to create, but releasing the format is what is also important, that it allows you to instead allow the energy of whatever it is to come in, that you collaborate with it internally, allow it to be processed, and then transfer it out into the world for it to take whatever format, in whatever way, in whatever manifestation that it desires. And it is truly that act of finding the desire within the energy, of allowing it to work through you, that you will make the manifestations that have the biggest, grandest, most profound effect on your life. When you take in different energies, whether they are negative or positive in your perspective, and you allow them to come in to be transformed within your vessel, you are bringing those into your soul energy and allowing your soul energy to change them, to morph them, to transmute them. And with this, that allows part of your energy to be imprinted on that energy in such a way that it will forever be part of that energy until it is worked and collaborated and changed again. It is the act of continually creating work after work after work by transmuting energy, by allowing it to take whatever form that it will. So, what does this process look like, and what is required for you to truly be in a state of surrender? First, you must allow yourself to know that you are capable, truly capable, of allowing any different energy to come into your field and allow yourself to use it in such a way that is beneficial for you. And we say that with specific intention, that it is beneficial for you. That is the point of individuation that is important to understand, is that when you collaborate with any energy, with any other individual, it is something that is beneficial to you. It is often also mutually beneficial to the thing that you are collaborating with, whether that be an energy, another being that is physical, or another being who is non-physical. It does not matter. But when it is mutually beneficial to both parties, that is when great works can be created as well. Now, what does it mean for you to be open to all of these and to give up that sense of control and know that you are capable enough? It requires that you are attentive to your energetic state every moment of every day, and that you are in control of your vessel. It does not mean that you control what is coming into your vessel or even what is leaving your vessel as much, but that you are in control of your energetic state of who you are being and what you are doing energetically while you are being yourself. So what we mean by that is, if a positive energy that you find desirable comes into your energetic field and you say, oh yes, I would love to collaborate with this, but you have been inattentive to your energy and you are creating within yourself a low energetic mode, that energy may not wish to actually come in and collaborate with you and may find someone else that is more advantageous at that moment. And so you give up that opportunity. Or you can take an energy that you find quite advantageous and in your low vibrational mood that you find undesirable, where you are creating energies within yourself that are not advantageous. You transform that energy into something that you don't desire. So you took an energy that you found desirable and turned it into something you don't even want. And that all starts with being attentive to your own energetic state within your vessel. Now, there is included in that, as well as taking care of your physical vessel. Taking care of your energetic vessel will help take care of your physical vessel in the same way that taking care of your physical vessel helps take care of your energetic vessel. They are forever interrelated, and it is important for you to be attentive to the needs of your physical vessel. As we have covered in previous episodes, communicating with your physical vessel, asking it what it needs, asking it what it is best suited to, will help your physical vessel come into a more healthful state and be more prepared for when different energies align and when different opportunities come. Because in many ways, it is quite the mode of creation of luck, that you allow your vessel to be ready, both physically and non-physically, so that way when certain energies that you deeply desire to collaborate with become available, you can collaborate with them. Now, it is also important to understand if there are certain energies that you wish to collaborate with, you can as well prepare your vessel by creating those energies within yourself and learn to work with the creation of those energies. This is something that is unique to those in physical manifestation, of that they can create energies within themselves because they are pulling energies from the non-physical into the physical. But that is a topic for another podcast. So after you have prepared your vessel and have been attentive to that state, you understand that you have the capacity to take in any energy as it's presented. You must then intentionally allow yourself to be open and available. Now, there will be certain undesirable energies that you are not ready in this lifetime to work with, and that is okay. Rather than allowing yourself to work with those energies and to take them in at their full capacity, that is again allowing yourself to come into your vessel and learn to work with those energies that you create within yourself. to solve the blocks, the traumas that may be there from this lifetime or past lifetimes. And it is setting the foundation for you to collaborate with those energies in future lifetimes. You can also allow yourself to collaborate with smaller amounts of undesirable energies so that way your system becomes more attuned to it. Because you will find that although you do not desire that energy, it is very much quite useful to you in different ways because you can change its format and the way that you collaborate with it to transform it into something that you find more desirable. Now, as you do that, what is important to understand is giving yourself permission to know what you are ready for. Now, this is different than capability. You are capable of processing and collaborating with any energy, but you may not yet be ready to do that. And so taking a self-assessment of honesty and transparency with yourself, do not view it as failure, but rather as an opportunity. Forgive yourself for the ways that you are not ready. Forgive those who may have made it the conditions that you are not ready. And instead, endeavor to work on it if it is something you desire. If it is something that is an energy that keeps turning up that you do truly want to work with. That is a change in your perspective as well of the benefits of collaborating with different energies. Now, understanding your capability, preparing your vessel, and knowing when you are ready and when you are not, those are the foundations for you to be able to collaborate with any energy that is available. And when you are in that ability of allowing yourself to know you are capable, to assess when you are ready to surrender to certain energies, and to be prepared and ready to receive them, that is when you are able to surrender fully and completely to whatever comes your way. Now, it is still a practice of allowing yourself to say, no, not yet. I am not ready. And if the universe keeps proposing to you over and over and over and you're still not ready, that is an indication that you still have things upon which you can focus within yourself to prepare your vessel for those collaborations. And there are many resources available both to you in physical and non-physical to help you prepare. As part of that, that is your spiritual work of allowing yourself to prepare your vessel is in many ways what you are truly doing when you are doing your spiritual work. Whether you are just coming into your awareness of the energetic world and that things are so much grander and bigger than what you first thought, or that you are experiencing shadow work or learning to collaborate with new energies or allowing yourself to come into the light to accept new things into your being. Regardless of your spiritual path and the modalities that you choose, in many ways, it is preparing for that readiness so that way you can more fully surrender. Now, as you are going through this process, you will understand that it is not about throwing yourself into surrender when you're not ready, but allowing yourself to come into what you feel is safe, to come into what you feel that you can handle. That is what it means to surrender. Surrender is not fully giving up control. Surrender is something different than that. Control is I need to control the energies that are coming in and their formats and how they are going out in their formats. And I need to control everything outside of me. But rather, surrender is saying, I am no longer controlling what is outside of me. I am controlling what is inside of me. And that I am being open and available to what is outside of me. That is the difference. But it is always attentive to what you are ready for and having self-discipline in that way of working towards being ready to what you desire, to cultivate those opportunities. Now, you will notice that as you cultivate that readiness within yourself and you begin to create those energies and work with them, opportunities will be presented for you to work with those energies through physical means. And as you work with them through physical means, It will no longer be something you have to even question whether or not you're ready for. It will become something that is innate to you. And then you will move on to something else. And this is the process that your soul is going through in many ways in this lifetime of learning how to collaborate with different energies and to surrender to the experience of living. We send you great love. We understand that this is a difficult concept, but we hope that this foundation has helped you come to terms with what letting go of control truly is. That is all. My spiritual journey is very much centered on surrender and letting go of control. That's a huge theme in my life. So if this episode resonated with you, it may be something that you need to work on as well. And no, we're in it together. I can see that through Monty's guidance in this episode, it's not just about surrendering and letting everything in and saying, okay, I'm open to everything all at once. It's a process of going through preparing for that. So in the same way that I prepare my vessel every single time that I channel with Monty, I ground, I open up my energetic centers, I set aside my thinking mind, I open up my heart, I check that it's him and I receive him. There's a whole process that goes with that. And then I allow myself to go through that process of actually surrendering. But it's not focused on controlling the outcome. So I'm not controlling what Monty's going to say. And most of the time, I have no idea what he's going to talk about, but that I'm in control of my vessel. That's where the control comes up, of allowing myself to be the best vessel that I can for the energies that want to come through. Because I also didn't pick Monty. He showed up. That's how that worked too. He was an energy that was available, and I decided, yeah, this is an energy I want to collaborate with. So even as a channeler, I can see Monty's perspective here and how that's played out. Now I need to apply that to the rest of my life as well. And it's going to be a slow process. It's not something I'm going to do overnight. And I would advise that you also take it slow too, because we want to be attentive to our vessels. And I love that Monty also mentioned that our physical vessel is just as important to have that sense of discipline and preparedness with. One of the things that has been coming up for me recently is that I really have to care for that vessel to be able to work with Monty's energy really well. Not only am I someone that deals with chronic illness, but I have to really be focused on it. I have to be attentive to my physical vessel. I have to constantly ask my vessel, hey, what do you need right now? What is my body craving? What is the way that I can support you? And then if I don't do that, channeling is infinitely harder. It's not that the information that's coming through is less accurate. It's more so that it's more difficult for me to be able to allow to surrender to Monty, to feel safe, because my body's like, hey, we're not safe in this moment. So that's also part of it, of doing the somatic work and tending to our physical vessels. I also love that it becomes a process of collaboration when we do that. We're no longer in charge of figuring everything out. And we get to create things that are so much more expansive because we're available to more energies. So that's the other thing I really love about this message from Monty. Let me know what you think, because I'm curious. So you can leave comments on Spotify or YouTube, or send us a message to our email at hello@kimcharlson.com. We would love to hear from you on this one, because it's something that's been really interesting for me as a big part of my journey. So I would love to hear what you have to share. And Monty always appreciates any feedback on how these messages are helping, because he needs feedback just like a regular human too. So if this has been helpful, we'd love to hear from you, or you can leave us a review on whatever platform that you're listening to us on, as we do appreciate those, and those help us reach infinitely more people. And if you would love to contact Monty and be able to communicate with him one-to-one to figure out what's holding back your state of surrender, we would love to have you do a one-on-one session with us. And as always, we are delighted to have you here, and thank you so much for your support. We will see you in the next one.